Welcome to Knowledge Verse. This is the top 5 most deadly roller coaster accidents. Please like and comment for freak accidents, passengers ignoring the rules. Amusement park tragedies don't happen often, but when they do, the results can be terrifying. While most of us expect a day at the theme park to be a fun, entertaining outing with friends and family, we also know that there are risks involved with roller coasters and other rides, albeit minor ones. There are roughly 30,000 amusement park-related injuries each year, however, fatal accidents are much rarer, with just a handful occurring over the last decade. These are the top 5 most deadly roller coaster accidents through the years. The ride first opened at Lightwater Valley in May 2001 and was named Treetop Twister, however this name was dropped after the incident in 2001. The ride was removed from the park after the 2019 season. On June 21, 2001, 20-year-old Gemma Savage died from head and neck injuries when 2 carriages on the Treetop Twister ride at Lightwater Valley smashed into each other. Police decided not to prosecute a maintenance worker who claimed he had never seen the ride's manual and had only had an hour's training. Faulty wiring also caused a malfunction on the ride. In October 2004, Deputy Coroner John Sladeholm at Skipton Magistrates Court ruled death by misadventure. Lightwater Valley's owners and electrician Eric Butters admitted breaching health and safety laws at Leeds Crown Court on November 14, 2006. Lightwater Valley Attractions Limited was charged with failing to ensure the health and safety of riders. Butters was charged with failing to ensure safety through his work. Both pleaded guilty. The ride's manufacturer, Riverton Industries SA, France, was convicted of 2 charges of failing to ensure the ride's safe design and construction. A second accident occurred on May 30, 2019. A 7-year-old boy was airlifted to hospital after falling from Twister. He sustained injuries to his head that were initially not thought to be serious, however, his condition subsequently became critical. His condition has since improved and an investigation into the incident was launched. It was subsequently determined that the boy fell through the gap between the seat and lap bar, and that neither him nor his mother were wearing the seatbelt. Lightwater Valley was fined £350,000 in December 2020 for breaching health and safety guidelines. The Loop in White City is known primarily due to a fatal accident in 1906, which was widely reported. The ride seems unlikely to have operated subsequently. Without local reporting, it is not clear whether 1906 was the year of its installation, which also seems likely. But clear is that it was removed during the 1906 season. The accident occurred when a car jumped the wooden track due to poor maintenance on the track. 1 man was killed, with 3 others injured. The Cobra is a roller coaster in the Tivoli-Friheden theme park in Aarhus. The 400-m-long roller coaster, called Cobra, reaches speeds of up to 70 km per hour, 43 miles per hour, according to the park's website. On July 4, 2008, 6 days after the official opening of the ride, the front cart fell off the rails and fell to the ground, hurting 4 people. After repairs and testing following the incident, the ride was closed until late May 2009. On July 14, 2022, 14 years after the first incident, a 14-year-old girl was killed while riding the Cobra, after the hindmost cart of the ride broke off and was hanging from the rest of the roller coaster. A 13-year-old boy sustained injuries to one hand in the accident. The day after the accident, the board of the amusement park announced that the Cobra had made its last ride and that the only 14-year-old attraction would be demolished. This incident also resulted in the closure of the park for 2 days, and a police investigation is, as of July 2022, ongoing to determine the cause. As a result of an investigation into the accident, Tivoli-Friheden has not yet been able to start dismantling the attraction, and that is why the roller coaster remained in place at the edge of the forest for quite some time, but that will soon change. According to the director, the horror roller coaster should definitely be demolished, because selling the roller coaster to another park is purely morally and ethically irresponsible. Tivoli-Friheden has also broadly decided what will be at the location instead of Cobra. It will be a roller coaster, that much is clear, but which model has not yet been definitively decided. The place where the Cobra now stands will initially be a green landscaped area. Tivoli for Hedon expects to win a contract for a new roller coaster by 2024, but at the moment there is a lot of pressure on the roller coaster manufacturers, so it will take some time to look at it. With regard to the fatal accident in July, the police and the Technological Institute are responsible for the technical investigations, and according to Henrik Ragborg Olesen, there is still no clear conclusion as to what exactly went wrong. Batman, the ride is located in Six Flags Chicago. Following a 10-story lift to the top of the world, brace yourself for a 180-degree swoop and a full 360-degree loop right off the bat. You're a global superhero, you don't need to warm up. After escaping that obstacle, now you flip through a one-of-a-kind zero-gravity heartline spin, then a second dramatic vertical loop waiting for you about 10 seconds later. Next you'll be pounded by a tight helix, soar through a wide right turn, and a twist into a dizzying corkscrew. On May 26, 2002, a 58-year-old park employee working in the roller coaster's restricted area at Six Flags Over Georgia was killed after being struck in the head by the dangling leg of a 14-year-old girl riding in the front. The girl was hospitalized with a leg injury. In June 2007, a teenager's legs were severed when cables snapped on the Superman Tower of Power ride at Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom in Louisville, Kentucky. Doctors were able to reattach Caitlin Lassiter's right foot, but she had to have some of her left leg amputated and subsequent surgeries. State officials blame a faulty cable and slow response by an amusement park ride operator in the accident. Her family is suing Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom, claiming the park failed to maintain the ride and equipment and ensure riders' safety. The amusement park has denied liability in court filings. Another accident occurred on June 28, 2008. A 17-year-old South Carolina teenager was decapitated after being struck by the Batman roller coaster at Six Flags Over Georgia. The teen, who was on a trip to the park with his church's youth group, scaled 2 fences with a friend into a restricted area and walked into the ride's path. Although witnesses stated he was trying to retrieve his hat, a Cobb County police spokesman reported the teens were attempting to take a shortcut into the park. Six Flags officials are uncertain why the unidentified 17-year-old from Columbia, South Carolina, scaled 2 6-foot fences and passed signs that said the restricted area was off-limits and dangerous to visitors, spokeswoman Hila Sheth said in a news release. Police said the ride was going full speed when the teen was struck. The ride's top speed is 50 miles per hour, according to the park's website. No one riding on the roller coaster was injured, Sheth said. The teen was with another boy who also entered the restricted area but was not injured, Pierce said. Rolling Thunder was a racing roller coaster located at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson Township, New Jersey. Designed by William Cobb, it opened in 1979 as the park's first wooden coaster during its 5th operating season. Rolling Thunder closed permanently in 2013 to make room for Zumanjaro, Drop of Doom, which opened in 2014. In its prime, it was an exciting dual-tracked, racing wooden roller coaster. 96 feet tall, 56 miles per hour top speed, over 3,300 feet long, and built with over 60 miles of Douglas fir lumber. On August 16, 1981, a 20-year-old park employee from Middletown, New Jersey, fell from the coaster to his death during a routine test run. An investigation by the New Jersey Labor Department concluded that he may not have secured himself with the safety bar. A park representative later confirmed this conclusion, saying that the employee and, quote, may have assumed an unauthorized riding position that did not make use of safety restraints and, quote. The ride was inspected and the Labor Department concluded that the ride was and, quote, operationally and mechanically sound and, quote. According to employees and other eyewitness accounts, all safety equipment was in place when the ride began. The investigation so far indicates that Tyler may have assumed an unauthorized riding position that did not make use of the safety feature of the restraining devices. Mr. Tyler, who had worked at the park for several summers, was test riding the Rolling Thunder roller coaster just before the 10 a.m. opening of the park when he fell to his death. An autopsy showed he had died of a fractured skull and multiple injuries. Officials estimated the car had been traveling at around 35 miles per hour at the time of the accident, and said that Mr. Tyler had not put down a safety bar before he began the test run.